Hello everyone, this is Evangeline and welcome to Evan Ed Talks. In today's video, we are going to understand how to do IGCSE Business Studies, and we are going to understand the key concepts, the exam techniques that we need to use in answering the questions, and also the model answers have been given so that you get a clarity of how to answer the questions. This will enable you to boost your grades in your upcoming IGCSE exam. Let's get into the video. As you see, I have two questions given here, that is subsection A and B. I would request you to first open your question paper. As soon as you get the question paper, go through the whole question paper. You will have question number 1, question number 2, 3, and 4, and you will have 5 sets of questions under each scenario. I request you to first open your question paper and complete subsection A and B for all the 4 scenarios given, because to answer the first 2 questions, that is A and B, you don't really have to read through the scenario. In order to cut down time and also make sure that you complete the paper fast, I request you to open the question paper and open all the 4 scenarios, that is scenario 1, 2, 3, and 4, and answer all the questions of A and B. So in that way, you really get to answer most of the questions real quick, and you'll be sure of getting so and so number of marks for sure. All right, so I have written the answers here for define dismissal. Termination. Dismissal means termination by the employer. But why? Termination by the employer because the employee has broken company rules or is not performing work to the required standard. This is the definition, and as you see, I have included all the important key terms and a good analyzation of the answer. Next, state 2 distribution channels a business might use. There are various distribution channels a business uses. Example, producer to wholesaler, producer to consumer, producer to retailer. So I have written 2 distribution channels, which is wholesaler and then retailer. Now, in order to answer the third question, you need to read through the scenario very promptly. Let's start reading it. HSN uses batch production to make breakfast cereals. Products are sold using several distribution channels. HSN employs 600 production workers. HSN has problems with many employees leaving. Following the dismissal of the operations manager, the human resources director has to recruit a new manager. She said, the person must have good communication skills to help solve the communication barriers HSN has with employees. The human resource director has to decide whether to use internal recruitment or external recruitment for the new manager. Outline 2 possible problems to HSN of many employees leaving. The question is very straight. It asks you to outline 2 possible problems to HSN of many employees leaving. Now, as you see, the command word given here is outline. Whenever you see the word outline, you have to mention the knowledge first, followed by an analysis and an application. You just need to have 3 simple steps in order to get 2 full marks for this answer, since this is a 4-mark answer. So let's get started. The first problem that I have mentioned is HSN will face higher cost associated with replacing the departing staff. So the knowledge I have written here is higher cost. Now most of you just write high cost. I would request you to write the full sentence as HSN will face higher cost associated with replacing the departing staff. Why do they face higher cost is the analysis. So it says this is because HSN will have to spend money on recruiting. Always include real life examples like I have included in the brackets. Example, advertising the vacancies, training new workers to operate. Now this is my analysis. So I have given a knowledge and an analysis, and always make sure you end with an application. So workers operate to make what? They operate the batch production machinery used for making breakfast cereals. This is your application. In that way, you get 2 full marks. Now, problem number 2. The answer I have given is the problem that they faced would be either you can say low productivity or low output or disruption to production. So my core point over here is that there is a problem happening to the production of the products. So the production of breakfast cereals. So how am I going to explain it? What happens and how does this lower productivity happens when employees leave? New workers will take time to learn the process. So because a lot of people are leaving, new workers will come and this will disrupt the production of the cereal of making breakfast cereal. So I included an application in the same point and achieve the required skill level. So it's difficult for the new workers as they will take time to learn the process and achieve the required level skill, meaning the overall output of the 600 employees will temporarily fail. This is how I have included the application. Only when you include knowledge, application, or analysis for an outline question of 4 marks, you will be getting anywhere between 3 to 4 based on the usage of the application and a good analysis that you give. Question number D. Explain how each of the following could cause communication barriers within HSN. 2 points have been given, which is language and medium of communication. Let's start with the first one and let's assume it as how language could cause communication barriers within HSN. Let's start explaining. What is the language that could cause a communication barrier? The language that could cause a communication barrier is the use of jargon or technical language that can create a communication barrier. Now you have to explain how a language can be a communication barrier. This I have explained here. This causes a barrier because the receiver or the employee will misinterpret the message or not receive the complete information, leading to mistakes. This is my analysis. And I have written my application beforehand. You can do either way around, but I have started with the application because I thought that would be even more easier for me to explain. Because according to the case study, the only thing that is mentioned about the production and what the employees do are there are 600 production workers and they are making cereals through batch production. So I'm going to use these 2 points to explain the answers. So when managers at HSN communicate about the batch production process, they may use technical terms that the 600 production workers do not fully understand. This causes a barrier because the receiver will misinterpret the message or not receive the complete information, leading to mistakes in the manufacturing of the breakfast cereals. So in this way, by writing the answer in this way, I have included knowledge, application, and analysis, which would fetch me 3 marks for the point of knowledge. And for medium of communication, so what sort of a problem can happen through a medium of communication? Let's assume the physical mediums of communication like a phone or email while writing this answer. A physical breakdown in the communication channel can prevent the message from reaching the intended recipient. So I'm trying to say that in a medium of communication, a communication barrier can happen when there is a physical breakdown in the communication channel and it can prevent the message from reaching the intended recipient. So I'm going to start explaining how a communication barrier can happen through a physical breakdown. Let's say HSN is using a long chain of command. It is using, as it is mentioned in the case study, that they are using several distribution channels and they are also having communication problems. If HSN uses a long chain of command or relies on several distribution channels for internal communication, example, passing messages down through multiple managers, the messages may be distorted or lost. So this is the application with respect to what is happening in HSN. And what is the analysis, the explanation I'm giving as to why physical breakdown is a communication barrier? This causes a barrier because the original message about production quality or targets may be incomplete, by the time it reaches a 600 employees, leading to ineffective coordination and lower quality control. Since I have structurized my answer in this manner of a knowledge application and analysis, I will be getting 6 full marks.